I think I will start off with a statement. Guys, I've been coaching 38 years, and that's probably the second best comeback I've ever been a part of. We were down 23 one time to SIU at Missouri State in the first half of the Valley Tournament semifinals, if I remember right. And that would be the best comeback I've ever been a part of coaching, but that's without question the second best comeback I've ever been a part of. And I think I can easily say this, it's probably one of the grittiest defensive comebacks that I've seen a group of young men make and just refuse to quit. Everybody in tonight's ball game contributed. Our bench was absolutely outstanding, and they just would not let us get beat. I'm going to talk about 4 players, and I know I just said everybody contributed, but I want to talk about 4 players. Aaron Cook just became a vocal leader tonight and took over the role of being a captain like a point guard does. 2 words for Sean Lloyd: welcome back. Eric McGill had 5 assists and no turnovers and was as aggressive as I've seen him offensively in a long time, and that's a guy that went 0 for 3 from the threes, and I kept telling him every time out, keep shooting it, keep shooting it. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but that freshman's going to be pretty good. He's a pretty good player. And those 4 guys tonight were outstanding. Now, you just think what I just talked about. I didn't talk about Kavion, I didn't talk about Teague, and I didn't talk about Armand. And that's pretty impressive tonight. I'll let you guys ask questions.
How did you finally convince them that if they play as hard as they can on defense, that things will start working out for them on offense in the second half?
Todd, I can't. I'm just telling you. There was nothing said at halftime that was. Newt Rockney didn't come in there at halftime. We didn't have a Newt Rockney speech. We didn't do any of that. Right before we got on the floor, Coach Bean really got after him a little bit, and I thought that was really good. The one thing we didn't do, and I told you guys, I've made a conscientious effort. We didn't panic. We didn't yell and scream in the locker room. We didn't do any of that. We just didn't do any of it. And these guys can be challenged because I saw it at Northern Iowa, because I really went after them in the locker room in Northern Iowa. And when I say went after them, guys, let's get one thing straight. I'm not talking about personal or none of that. I'm talking about motivating them and getting after them and challenging them to do their best. So I don't want anybody to ever to dictate that in the wrong way, because I'm not that guy. But tonight we just challenged them to fight and to compete. And I went in at halftime and I didn't want to jump them, but I asked my staff, do you think we need to jump these guys to jumpstart them? And they all said, no, Coach, we have 0 confidence. We have nothing. And we can't beat these guys up anymore. And that's the truth, guys. That's the truth. That first half was, they scored 17 points off turnovers in the first half. They scored 2 off turnovers in the second half. That's a huge difference. And we out-rebounded them. We outshot them. And you'd have thought the way the game started, there was no way in the world it was going to start. And to be quite frank, I thought the most impressive series of the whole deal was we didn't panic in the first media timeout. We only beat them 4 in the first timeout. I mean, it's still a 12-point game. I mean, it's still 12 points with 16 minutes to go. You're sitting there thinking, God, we still got a long way to go. But you know what? And we missed layup after layup after layup. And thanks, Coach. Have him come in here. And that was huge. I mean, that was huge. It was just huge.
I asked Sean what happened, and he just said a switch flipped or something. I mean, did he approach it a little bit differently? Or what did you see that made the difference in these games?
Let me say this. We had a really good team meeting last 2 nights ago. We came in here after the Bradley game, and we met as a staff for 3 hours. And we went through everybody's role, and we went through everybody's expectations, and we talked about minutes, what we expect for people to play. Then we talked about who's going to be on the floor at end of games, that it's going to change night in to night out. And we also talked about just every day competing in practice to win. And no matter what we do, whatever it is, win. And then we had 2 really good practices. And our practice times weren't great because we had to go in the evening. And then last night, we did something we've never done since I've been here. We brought the guys back last night at 8 o'clock. And we went through walkthrough defensively. And it really worked well the first half. I hope you could see that. But we went through. But the purpose of meeting last night was just to tell these guys that we believe in them. And, you know, Coach Self sent me a great text this week. And I just said him, you know, I told him, I said, we're really struggling with our confidence. And he basically got on me. I mean, he got on me and he just said, I don't know why. He said, you're the most confident person I've ever been around in my life. That's the best thing you do is bring guys' confidence back. That's what I've always thought about you. And he said, go coach them the way you coach. And I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that. I really needed to hear that. And so tonight, at the end of the game, those guys were going nuts in the locker room, is obvious. But we just reiterated once again that we believe in them. And Tippy was behind our bench, just walking up and down at the end of the game, yelling at our guys, this is the team you can be. And he's right. He's right. He's 100% right. And I think everybody left here happy tonight, even the guy that yelled at me, go get your U-Haul. I mean, he had to leave happy tonight. I mean, so...
what precipitated going to the 5-guard lineup? I mean, that was instrumental in the second half.
Right before we went in, we did that. We went small, and we felt like we had a little bit of success. We scored on one possession, and we got a really good look at the other. And we just felt like we needed to turn up the heat defensively. And
just get more quickness in there.
Yeah, more quickness. And it didn't hurt that our bigs had 6 turnovers and no assists at half and 2 points. So that kind of helped us with their, and you know, the bigs are going to struggle every once in a while. And they just, Kavion has struggled here lately, and we just got to get his confidence back and get him going.
Your opposite number thinks that 5-guard lineup is tough to play against.
Yes. We can do that. We can do that against certain teams. It'll be some teams we're not going to be able to do that against. But yes, yes, I agree.
Why do you think it was tonight, Barry? This is the biggest comeback in your history since you've been here. You know, 21 points. They just turned it up and they just rolled all down. I mean, they took away their best player, blocked shots. You guys rotated well. Why do you think it was tonight?
No, I have an answer. I'm just trying to see how I'm going to word this. I think one thing, our backs were against the wall, all of us. When the switch went off, as Les and Sean put it, a sense of urgency. I'm going to do tonight what I've told you, even after the losses. I'm not going to get too high and I'm not going to get too low. And quite frankly, you know, I'm just a man of faith, and I've just prayed over and over for a symbolic win that can help turn our season around. So it's an answered prayer for me tonight. I'm just telling you. I've never. This is the first time I've ever talked about my faith in a press room. But I'm going to answer the question. I don't have anywhere else to say it.
Well, a lot of times people say you have to hit bottom before you come back up. Was the first half bottom, you think?
Yeah, I thought the Bradley game was bottomless.
Well, there's a long ways down there.
Yeah. I didn't think we could get any further down the hole, and I was wrong. Down 21 in the first half, I was wrong.
What comes first? You play better because you're playing faster, or you're playing faster because you're playing better? Or is neither of those right?
No, I think, I thought we were better in the second half because we were more athletic and we played more aggressive defensively tonight. And when you do put the small lineup out there where we can get down the floor a lot faster, their big guy could not, they had to take their big guy out. They finally had to adjust to what we were doing. We were adjusting to them, and it was a chess match for a while, but they finally, it took a while, but they finally, guys, they couldn't even get into their offense there for about 6 minutes.
I can't prove it, but it just looked like we were dribbling a lot more in the first half than second half.
No, you
The
can
passing
prove it.
were more.
No, you can prove it, Marv. It's true. It was a windshield wiper offense, and give a lot of credit to Northern Iowa. That's how they play. They play really good defense, and they're known for good defense. But hence why we went with a smaller lineup. We felt like we could penetrate. We weren't being aggressive on the perimeter. We were being passive, and we kept telling our guys, drive the basketball. We shot 2 free throws in the first half, 2, and it was the last 2 shots of the first half. So look what we did the second half. We shot 14 free throws. We told them to drive the basketball, but try your best to make good decisions, and we did. We made really good decisions.
What's Darius doing during more playing time?
Pardon?
What's Darius doing during more playing time?
Well, I think one of the great things about freshmen is they have no fear because they're not smart enough to figure out that they're supposed to be scared of anything. And when he makes shots, he's a problem for people because you can't go out and guard him. If you go out and guard him, he's going to go by you. So if he's making threes, he's a problem. And then you throw in how he's rebounding the ball. I mean, he's rebounding the ball. He's our second leading rebounder tonight. But we didn't get as many offensive rebounds as we have. I was a little disappointed in our offensive rebounds, but there weren't a lot of offensive rebounds to get in the second half because we shot the ball so well.
With Darius, he has to defend, right?
Oh, yeah, Darius is – and you know, like there was a bucket late in the game where Darius got curled on and gave up a layup. He's still going to make some freshman mistakes, but he certainly outweighs those a lot.
We got time for 2 more. Let's give them to the TV or print on deadline. The TV, you want something?
Did you get enough, guys?
Coach, how much does the momentum of this game, go forward into the Loyola game on Sunday?
I think it'll be huge, but I think you can ask me that question after the game on Sunday. Seriously, because I go back. We can't get too high and we can't get too low. We just can't do that. We're getting ready to play a really good basketball team. They were down a while ago.
They're down 27, so it'll be
27.
Loyola was down 27.
Okay, and guys, let me please understand this. Illinois State gets beat 18 tonight by Bradley. Loyola's down 27,
Yep,
and Indiana State beats Valpo.
by 17.
Please just hang on. Just hang on, okay? And in all honesty, you guys have. You really have. You've been very, Todd was really good. Todd helped me a lot. He doesn't even know it, how much he helped me coming out of the locker room or out of the media room the other night. It was a huge help. It was a huge help. It was a huge help, Todd. Huge. I can't begin to tell you how much I appreciate what you said. But it's going to be a wild year, and let's don't panic, and let's go try to beat Loyola. Okay, all right, thanks guys, appreciate it.
Thanks, Coach.